How do you grow your business throughout a changing real estate market? Hey, I'm Trey Doby with Doby Real Estate, and this video is basically a back to the basics type training. We went over it with our team this past week in our sales meeting, and it really is back to the basics. How do you do proper lead generation, new business development, whatever you want to call it, prospecting? It's all about creating new business opportunities. And we have what we call a buyer's scripting guide that leads our people on how to properly do this. Of course, we went over it in our sales training. They go over it whenever they're brand new to our team. But I just want to walk you through it. But the biggest key is to actually take action. So many agents that I used to work with, they would say, hey, I'm putting my list together. I'm coming up with a plan. I'm putting them into my CRM. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And ultimately, it was excuse after excuse after excuse to not do the activity that drives their business, which is to make phone calls, send text messages, and send emails that will actually develop your business. So the biggest key is to take action. You don't have to be perfect. You will get better as you do it. Yes, at our team, we do role play, but we don't role play somebody for 2 months before we actually get them on the phone. The best way to grow and develop is by taking action. So don't be afraid, take action, don't delay. But once you're actually calling somebody that's a brand new lead, it could be a referral from your friends or family member. It could be a lead from a billboard or radio, or it could be a Google pay-per-click. No matter what the lead source is, the biggest key is you have to build rapport while you're on the phone with these people. You have to get these people to know, like, and trust you on this phone conversation. If it's over phone, same if it's over text, over email. And the easiest way to do that is to mirror and match. You need to mirror and match their rate of speech and their tonality. If they answer the phone really, really loud, hello, then you need to talk really, really loud. If they talk really, really fast, talk really, really fast. If they answer the phone really soft-spoken and talk real slow, then you need to slow your speech down and talk real soft. That's the easiest way to build rapport right out of the gate as soon as the phone is answered. From there, it's all about asking the right questions and digging in and not taking surface level answers. Yeah, I know building rapport, it can be challenging, it can be uncomfortable, but guess what? Success isn't easy. Success is about getting out of your comfort zone. So you have to ask the right questions. Inside our buyer scripting guide, we have tons and tons of questions that you can ask. And we don't want people to sound scripted or robotic. So we have a scripting guide, but it is a guide. It is not an exact script that you're going to follow throughout the phone conversation. We want to focus on having good quality conversations with people and building a relationship over the phone. Yes, you need a list of questions to be able to ask. Yes, you need a list of objection handlers because people have sales skepticism. They're not going to want to do business with you on the first call. So you need to build a relationship on that first call and develop that rapport. Once you develop the rapport, when they throw an objection at you, you should have heard that objection by now. Most of those objections are in our script book. So if you've studied the script book, then you know what to say to overcome that objection. But you cannot overcome an objection unless you're in rapport, unless you've established a relationship. If somebody answers the phone and they say, hey, I was thinking about moving, but interest rates are too high, and you dig right into the interest rates and try to tell them why that's a bad idea, they should go ahead and buy a house, that person doesn't know you, like you, or trust you. So why are they going to listen to you? If somebody starts out with interest rates are too high, I'm not going to buy right now, shift the conversation. Oh, okay. Well, why were you wanting to move? What was your motivation? If interest rates weren't high, why were you going to move? What does that perfect house look like to you? Yes, asking about a perfect house, it's about the business, but if they describe the house, that gives you opportunities to learn more about them. If they say, I need a 4-bed, 2.5 bath with a 3-car garage on a couple acres and a fenced-in yard, there's tons of opportunity to build rapport right there. Why do you need 4 bedrooms? Who's making the move with you? You get to talk about their family. If you haven't heard of the Ford method is an excellent way to build a relationship and build a rapport over the phone. It's 4 things that everybody loves to talk about: their family, occupation, recreation, and their dreams. So if they say that they need a 4-bedroom, what's important about the 4-bedroom? Who's making the move with you? If they say a certain location, why is that important to you? Oh, it's because you're near your work. Well, where do you work? Talk about their occupation. I need a barn. Why do you need a barn? Because I have a boat and a 4-wheeler. Oh, cool. And try to relate yourself to them. If you have any common ground, like for example, my family and I, we love to go out on a boat. So if somebody says they have a boat, I'm like, oh, cool. Where do you guys boat at? Yeah, we spend a lot of our time on the lake as well. And then we talk about boating because people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust and have similarities too. So that's building the rapport. That's knowing to ask the right questions. That's knowing how to handle objections. Most people will make the initial phone call, but they won't do the tedious tasks of following up. Following up is key to your success in real estate. Very few sales happen on the very first phone call. Statistics show that it usually takes 10 plus phone calls in order to generate a sale. So you need consistent follow-up. You need a plan around that. Hopefully you have a CRM, a customer relations management software, that allows you to keep track of all of your customers so that you know when to follow up with them. Because if you're calling a lot of people and you're doing it by pen and paper, somebody's going to slip through the cracks. If you have a CRM, you can input a date on when you need to follow up with that person. And then when you open your computer on that date, it tells you to call that person. It makes everything very, very easy. You can also put drip campaigns, action plans in place so that there's some automation in staying in contact with these people. Our general rule of thumb, if somebody says, yes, I'm making a move in 6 months, first of all, we're going to ask them what's important about that 6 months, and we're going to go deep and find out what their true motivation is, why they're really waiting 6 months before they move. And if they have logic behind that and we believe 100% that 6 months is their timeline, we're calling them in 3 months. We always cut the timeline in half and we acknowledge that we're calling early. It goes, hey John, this is Trey with Dobie Real Estate. I know we spoke about 3 months ago and you said you were thinking about making a move in 6 months. Just wanted to follow up, see is that still your plan or has anything changed? Because oftentimes people's plans change and you want to be there at the right time. You don't want to wait 6 months, call that person say, oh, actually something changed. We bought a house 2 months ago. So you're always cutting the time in half. So that is a quick look at our buyer scripting guide, back to the basics of how to be successful and grow your business over phone calls, text, and emails. You should treat text and emails the exact same way as a phone call. You don't want to skip steps. You don't want to just, hey, cut straight to the chase and go for an appointment when you don't have a rapport through text. Nothing changes. You need to build rapport throughout the text. Hopefully you can get them on the phone. If not, build enough rapport to the point where you can set an appointment through text. That's the quick rundown of our buyer scripting guide. I tell you what, if you want a copy of our buyer scripting guide, shoot me an email, Trey@Dobie Real Estate. I will send you a complete copy of our buyer scripting guide. It will go over how to build rapport. It will go over commonly heard objections. It will cover everything you need to know to be successful in prospecting for new business in real estate. Again, I'm Trey with Dobie Real Estate. Hope you found this valuable. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page, Success in Real Estate. You can also check us out on Facebook or Instagram, Success in Real Estate. Again, hope you have a great day.